Wow. Yes. This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
My boy almost tripped. He started.
Now listen carefully. This is important.
Matrix?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Ah, did he?
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
All right.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I want to do the red door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Why is he tripping?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do not think I put a lot of time into that.
Why is he tripping?
It was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
All right, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Please rate your experience. Okay.
I'm going to stop you there.
Okay.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'll put it in the middle.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
I just did.
A level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Alright, stop tripping, bro.
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
You're gonna start me over?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I will crashing out. You suck. Ah, that's annoying. That's annoying. I want me to do this for 4 hours? Nah. Bye-bye, baby. Alright, whatever.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter,
No, it's just a letter.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Bro, relax. He just crashed out. Crazy.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
He is crashing out.
Let's give it a shot.
That boy started crashing out. This is... What the heck is this?
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
We talked a long time ago about artwork, and you were interested in it.
Venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yeah. Ooh. Can I touch stuff or no? It's funny as heck.
You reply me on Discord.
Didn't I? Shit.
Message on Discord.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I just saw. God damn. Alright, let's follow what he says for now. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, no, it can't be.
What? What can be? What are you talking about, bro?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
You're lying.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that
Rena Penrose 3, that's my Discord.
Just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
I wonder if I could have beat that.
Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay.
My boy is really crashing out on me because I didn't follow his advice. Bro, relax. Bro.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big...
Is this Rocket League?
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think
They should have maybe been able to run.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Can I run or what? Oh, I can run?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It actually is.
Stanley,
It's not bad.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist.
God damn.
One ball
I can't even get the damn ball.
A certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure. Then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Yeah, buddy. All right, relax,
Yes.
bro.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing.
At least I can run.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
All right, relax, bro. You're lying. Relax, bro. All right, I'll do your stupid thing, man. Why are you tripping out? Your boy really out here tripping.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what?
Is he taking shots at Rocket League?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need
damn.
someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes,
My
that's
boy
what
really
I am.
tripped
I am
out.
Structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Jesus. My boy really took offense to me not going to the door, he told me. My boy said blue. He really just dipped out. Oh, God.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Don't underestimate Stanley, my boy.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that, Stanley.
This is wild. This is wild. No, no! God dang it! I did not want to fall again. Shit. Damn. I was actually going to explore that. The heck? Clearly, this room is pointless.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. If he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's
Alright, relax, bro.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Will you? Will you?
I can wait.
It started me over. Okay. All right. Let's figure some shit out. Let's do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I know how to get there. Relax.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go downstairs, huh?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's true.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Relax, bro. Bro, he be getting so mad. Why you get so mad,
This
bro?
is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Unnecessary, bro. I knew he was gonna start me
All of
over.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person
let's
here
try
either.
something.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, he's about to lose his shit. He's about to lose his shit. Oh, whatever, just press a random one.
2845. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro, you need to relax, man. Tripping out. All right, where to next, boss? It opened anyway. Just to move the story along. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death.
Alright, bro. Relax. Screw it. Let's see what it does.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's all it is. Makes me fall to my death.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped
How did I get
in his
trapped?
narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss. Like
Yeah, well, how did I get
a
trapped, though?
man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Hey, man,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I ducked. Ha! No, I didn't. Live asses. Shit.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, narrator. I am in control.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Alright, why is she tripping? Nature paintings. Okay. Stanley's computer. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections has been added and altered throughout the development. The core layout remains almost identical to the first illustration. Okay. Or iteration. Is that what it said? Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches 2 doors in a good... Okay. File cabinets. Office computer. Somebody was out here playing solitaire. His credits. Okay.
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to lie. Story. What the hell was that? The fuck? Is this AC rooms? The fuck? Clearly this place is bigger than I thought it was. Hold on. That's wild.
Fucking random. Alright, back to the room.
Dad, you picked that trouble me, Dad?
Yeah,
Where's Lady?
sleeping.
Lady's sleeping?
Yeah,
Where is he?
in the room.
Room?
She's in my room. Go check on her. Okay, so I think I have to go back to that one room that had Stanley's parable and then turn it off or on. Who knows? Where was it? Down here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
And oh man, they'll start me over. Okay.